going into this game. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, I'm Kevin Harlan, bringing you the NBA live on 2K Sports. Along with Doris Burke, who will be joining us courtside moments from now. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
The way this team has been playing, Kevin, I would expect them to continue the win streak against this team because, quite honestly, they enjoy a lot of matchup advantages in this one.
But they can't get too caught up in that kind of thinking. I mean, I think it's okay for us to talk about it, but they need to take this opponent very seriously and get down to business.
And now Washington's starting group. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. And it's Pierce, then it's Gortat, and it's Murray in at the 4. So it's Washington now, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys. In terms of their offense, nothing seemed to go right.
And once they started spiraling downward, there was no getting out of them, Steve. Their scoring just went dry.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Now, here's Fromm. Tight defense on him, and there's the call on Marcin Gortat. On defense, Washington. And another miss by Cleveland. It's tipped and stolen by Fromm. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Wall kicks to Beal. Here's the dish to Murray. Puts up the baby hook. That is good. Here's Irving. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. Love with the screen on Wall. And Waiters has it in the corner. Oh, he misses the dunk. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Pierce, here we go. Now here's James. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Clippers game. LeBron gets the screen from Fromm. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
See the stat sheet here on John Wall. Last 10 games for him have been excellent. First in assists, second in steals, and he's in the top 15 in points per game. So he's a guy you have to account for defensively.
And you know, you threw his number 1 assist ranking out there, Steve, and what's really impressive is that not only is he creative, but he's a willing passer. The guy wants to give it up, and he really makes it easy for his teammates to score because he's so good at giving them the ball in an ideal position.
No one here, James, as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
I'll tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Gortat with the screen for Wall. Beal dishes to Gortat. 6 to shoot. From past the arc. Wall missing again.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
In the corner, it's James. 13 feet away. And he hits the jump shot. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Beal, the pass to Wall. And stolen by Fromm. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Irving's got the ball. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here on free throw coming up.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 22-point game against Toronto.
And what an extraordinary display of passing in that game, too, Kevin. Making all the right decisions offensively.
Beal gets a wide open look. And nothing is falling for him right now. James kicks the front. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Good work to attack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto.
It's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Waiters dishes to front. Back to Waiters. Waiters off a pick from front. James kicks to Love. Another shot. Washington with the rebound. Last time they met was in Washington.
And across the board in that game, they just shot the lights out. They had a fantastic offensive night.
Yeah, rarely do you see a team get that hot. In total, I mean, everybody was knocking them down. They were spraying it from everywhere.
Now here's Waiters. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Irving kicks to LeBron. It's blocked.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. You look at Fry, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets to the place.
Well, it's obvious over the last few weeks he's been working on that shot of his, and it's paid off. I mean, he is really knocking down shots at a high rate. One of the best field goal percentage shooters in the league.
Now, here's Buford. Last time out, he had 13 points. Ball passes to Porter. They need this one. First trip to the line for him here.
Well, he rarely misses from the line. He's at 87% on the year, so as a team, you love.
Now Walt, averaging 18 points a game. And again, Washington no good. LeBron outside for the three. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested as we move here into the second. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. It's been a solid effort by them.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. All off Derek Glenn Rice Jr. And it's Kevin Seraphin. Then it's Porter. And it's Buford in at the 4. Tries to keep it alive. Stolen by Seraphin. Here's Rice. He's covered by Thompson. Rice dishes to Wall. They set the pick. Pass to Seraphin. Here's Rice. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rice has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Wizards. Cleveland leading by 12. Irving gets a screen from Fry. Irving kicks to Fry. Blocked. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall's running. Porter, no luck. Irving drives in. Thompson misses. Wizards trailed by 12. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Seraphin the pass to Buford. That's good from Porter. On the assist by Buford.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
James dishes to Thompson. 5-on-3 break. Here's Rice. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Cleveland leading by 10. Dishes it to James. High, arcing shot. And he hits the bucket. LeBron's got 9.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
For the Cavaliers, Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for LeBron. And it's Waiters in for Irving. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, keep the tempo fast, and put pressure on the defense in the open court. There was something else he mentioned, too. He wants them to utilize the pick and roll as much as possible in their coming possessions. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Clock at 6. Here's Waiters. Here's Fry. Tanked in off the glass. Fry's got 9. With that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pile. The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. Pass to Muhammad. And he just jams it right over Munch and Gorchak. Wow. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
That's good. That's 7 points for Wall.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Here's Fry, and again it's Cleveland.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Wizards trailed by 11. Wall passes to Beal. Back to Wall. And Beal kicks to Pierce. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Fry. Now here's Waiters. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Clippers. Love dishes to Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. And he banks in the layup. The Wizards have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Wall passes to Gorchak. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
Martin's checked in for Cleveland. And a switcher also for Washington. Nene is checked in. It's Pierce on the wing. Wall kicks to Beal. Clock at 6 to the right side. A baseline J, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. And they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Shot off the pick, and that one's good. And it's 6 points for Dion Waiters.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
And Wall kicks to Nene. Nene with the screen on Martin. Beal dishes to Nene. Beal the pass to Nene, and it's blocked by Fry. Outside Martin. Passes to Waiters. Here's Muhammad. Back to Waiters. Goes back up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Talk about some great numbers for Blackhole. He's got 13 rebounds and he's stolen the ball 4 times. He's piling up the rejection to go along with the tremendous work he's done on the glass.
Yeah, really controlling the action down in the paint. It's been his game so far.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Muhammad. Pierce, wide open, he fires. The wing jumper off target. Martin kicks to Waiters. Cleveland moving the ball around. Beal on the double team. 1:27 left in the second quarter. The pass to Aminu. Waiters with the ball. He has 6.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Beal, the pass to Nene. Knocks it loose. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
It's good from long range. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Here's Waiters. There's the block. Love with the bucket. Love's got his first points of the game.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack.
Here's Nene. Another one falls for Washington. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. And Waiters kicks to Martin. High in the post. Gortat covering. Fry. Good. Fry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Gortat with a screen on Waiters. Wall dishes to Gortat. Goes back up. Can't capitalize inside. Here's Aminu.
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from Black Hole.
Yeah, we have, Kevin, and that's exactly what this team needed from him. He's been terrific.
And you know what, Steve? A double-double in 2 quarters to play, guys. I mean, that's nothing to complain about.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4. And it's Fry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. James kicks to Fry. Down low. Irving passes to Love. That one goes. Come on. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey, guys. Black Hole in their last game against the Clippers was simply superb. He had 23 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night. Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
He took a shot, excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Gortat. Kicks to Murray. It's holding by Fry.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Irving with a clean look. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 5 minutes.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Buford, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. You look at Fry, third in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
You know what, Kevin? If you can put up big numbers every game, you put your team in excellent position to win. There's no question about that. A guy like this is definitely one of the keys to having a successful offense.
4 on the clock. Wall. Shot denied.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Wizards trailed by 18. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He added one more thing as well, which was that he wants them driving the lane and taking the ball strong to the hoop at every opportunity. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. No good on the free throw. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a switcher also for Washington. Porter's checked in. They can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
And Fry slams it in.
I tell you what, it never gets old watching him work, does it, Coach?
No, Clark, you know, that's a good way to put it. He will work. Great example of that on the offensive glass right there.
Yeah, just blue-collar stuff. And then he put a little flair in the dunk.
The feed to Wall. He dishes it to Seraphin. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, you know, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And that's a record that I've always thought would stand forever. No one's come close to it for decades.
And Rice Jr. is checked in for the Wizards. Buford kicks to Seraphin. To the inside. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
For a lot of tough teams in this league, here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings. First in three-point field goal percentage. Third in blocks. And they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby. Room for improvement, but acceptable.
And you look at those numbers, and what obviously stands out is first in the league in three-point shooting. That's amazing. They've just done a nice job of spacing the floor, getting good looks for their shooters out there, and really passing the ball unselfishly.
And again, another shot trained there from Fry. Fry's got 6 points in the quarter.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Here's Seraphin, and too long on the shot. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside Irving. The second effort. Fry, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Good.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Cleveland leading by 22. And here is Waiters. He's got 6. Feeds to Fry. Tries it from 9. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Seraphin. Wizards have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Murray kicks to Buford. Here's Rice. He feeds it to Seraphin. From 10 feet out, Waiters grabs the miss. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Irving dishes to Fry. Back to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around, and Waiters kicks to Fry. And he he drops in the layup off the glass. Fry's got 26.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Murray, good. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Thompson. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Aminu comes in for James. And Martin subbed in for Dion Waiters. Irving passes to Fry. Back to Irving. And it's blocked. Now here's Beal. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Porter dishes to Gortat. He kicks to Rice. Pass to Porter. Out to the right wing. Puts up a three. Shot's good by Rice. Rice has got 5 points so far.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
There's the screen. Irving kicks to Aminu. Now Irving. He's got 5 for 3. And it's Martin missing. Stolen by Thompson. Here's the dish to Martin. Beal against Irving. Outside for Martin. Shoots the 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from James.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Group getting ready to come in for Washington. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. So on the floor for Washington. Ball and Beal together in the backcourt. Then it's Pierce. Then there's Nene. And it's Murray in at the power forward. Dishes to Dellavedova. Another miss by Cleveland.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thank you, Doris. Wizards trailed by 21. All with it. He's picked up by Irving. Outside, Wall. They set the pick. Pierce attacking. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. Pierce has got 5 points in the quarter.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Fry. Washington with the rebound. Pierce has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Murray the pass to Wall. Kicks to Nene. Nene left side. 5 to shoot. Here's Wall, and Washington again with the bucket.
The entire defense was frozen foot. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. LeBron outside. from the wing. No one near him. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 8 points for Dion Waiters. Wizards trailed by 19. Wall dishes to Nene. Here's Murray up on top. He's guarded by Love. And stolen by Front. And James throws it down hard. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
And the shot's good from Nene. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Gortat's checked in for Washington. Here's Fry. Pass to Waiters. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Expanding his range. Shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Love with the screen for Irving. Back to Waiters. All sorts of time. Rebound by the Wizards.
Tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And Wall kicks to Pierce. All with it. Gortat with a screen on Waiters. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Here's Fry. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Fry's got 28.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
And Beal kicks to Gortat. Wall passes to Gortat. And another miss by Washington.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one. And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Cleveland.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And they'll be feeling that today's win makes things right after losing the first game of the year to this club.
And hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, really. One thing's certain, they're going to be at each other's throats. We know that. This has become a very intense matchup.
Well, you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this has been for Black Hole. He came out and let everybody know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Here's Murray. He's guarded by Love. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First one falls for him. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Love. Muhammad comes in for LeBron. Martin's checked in for Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Gortat. Porter comes in for Paul Pierce. Rice Jr., he's checked in for Beal. And Garrett Temple subbed in for John Wall. Passes it to Rice. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. So we see the